What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rocket Vlogs, and this is a build. It's 2 winters now where we're like, we're gonna build this winter. So we're actually finally going to build this winter. In 2019, Lock Precision did a limited run of 7.5-inch Saturn Vs, and me and my dad are both suckers for like Apollo era and early space stuff. So I sent Dave Barber a message and I was like, if there's a list for those, like, put my name on it. There didn't need to be a list as it turned out, but I don't remember how much this was. It was a lot, but it's worth it. So now we're gonna take a look. Full disclosure, we absolutely have opened this already, but we opened it from the wrong side, so we taped it back up so that the Apollo logo would be there. But yeah. 50th anniversary Apollo Lock Saturn V 7.5-inch kit. Let's open it and see what's going on in there. I actually don't remember really. I don't remember what motor configuration I bought. You could get a few different ones. I like to just quickly acknowledge that the Do Not Stack sticker has the Lock Precision logo and a drawing of a Saturn V on it. I don't want to throw the box away because of the cool Apollo Lock 50th anniversary logo. We'll just cut a section of it, hang it up somewhere. Oh.
It's on 2 sides, so you can have 2 of them.
Should have brought my knife.
And we have a few. I just don't know where they're all at right now.
I think there's an X-Acto knife in the rocket box.
Reinforced tape. From the 60s.
Yep. Looks like 75 and 438. K185, 4 I-180s. Oh man, what is all this stuff? Look, the electronics bay kit comes with battery holders.
Oh, nice. This must be all the hardware. Eye bolts.
Yeah, it looks like maybe tower stuff.
Maybe.
Oh, sick.
It's 10 Ultra. Oh, nice.
Oh. Lock Precision Saturn V poster. That's pretty sick. We'll get a Walmart frame for that. 1515 rail buttons. This. Oh, we can see exactly how much it was. Lock custom Saturn V kit. Oh, no, we can't. Add electronics bay. Do not add recovery. It's one of the few lock kits that doesn't come with parachutes. As a default, anyway. They gave you the option. This is an exotic thing to see in a lock kit. Fiberglass components. Transition. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because there's 2 transitions in Saturn V, huh? Figured that one all out on myself. Or by myself. Neat.
Pretty good, too.
This is crazy.
Did they cheat? They just cut one?
Some more stuff. Stiffy tubes.
Yeah.
5.5. Oh wow.
Dang, there's some stuff in there.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
Can they see that on there?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's pretty sweet. Might have to open the bag to get a better shot.
Oh, that's alright.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mosquito stickers.
The command module and the tower kit. Even this looks finicky to me. That's why I can't build the Estes ones, which is funny because I have how many now? I think at least 2 of the Estes Saturn Vs.
Oh, nice.
Motor fairings.
Yeah. More hardware. Whole bunch of tubes.
It looks so funny.
I know. That's all the Filmco's thing.
Wow.
It's insane.
Alright, well. Guess we'll start where you start with any other kit, and that is the motor mount assembly. I don't know what's going on here.
It's one of those. Oh, well, this would be the upper section.
Yeah. That'd probably be this one. I assume the white one's the motor tube. Alright, we gotta figure out where to start and what to do here. We'll be back. Alright, after much deliberation and going through everything and trying to figure it all out, deciding if we want to address motor retention now or not, which we decided not to. We're just going to add barrel nuts later once we have the tubes all in place. Thank God for Eric Kamberg, because he did a build thread on the Rocketry forum where he put all the measurements and everything you need to know for this rocket, which is awesome because it's pretty intimidating. So, yeah, we're going to start by sanding these rings because we know we're going to need those pretty quick, and then you know, we'll build it. Let's build a rocket. How about that? All right, step 1. You want to grab that ruler and measure out 9.92 inches.
Yeah, let me get that. I believe that's exactly right there.
Somewhere, yeah. So Eric said 9.92 inches or 10 is close enough, but we don't have a way to do 9.92, but what we are gonna do is 9 and 15/16, which what?
That's 9.5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Just for reference.
Yeah, so that's where 9.5 is, in case you were curious. And then that's not where you want it.
That's right.
It's not. It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna use this for instructions. You can't buy these anymore. You're gonna do 9 and 15/16. No, we're not. Okay.
People up here going, that's not 9 and 15/16.
So that's what 9 and 15/16 would be 9.994 something, right? 993 something.
Some change.
Yeah. That's.
Get out the calculator.
That's as close as we're gonna get. Yeah. That's a good idea.
I mean, it's probably going to go on pretty straight because it's got all the couplers and such.
See, this is the meticulous patience that my dad has that I don't. We mark the other side at 9.5, correct?
Yeah. And then,
well, I guess that'd be what, a 16th under 9.5 is what I marked.
Yeah.
Okay.
7/16.
Right.
Just to be consistent, we should mark it on both sides.
That way we have a reference on both sides to make sure this transition is going on straightly. And then what he did was he slid this on first and then sanded it. But do we want to sand it first?
Might as well, since we know which side it's on.
Yeah, well, hand me that.
I won't sand it that long.
Hit it.
Goes on smooth.
That is a snug fit.
It really is. And we gotta find the line and we'll throw those. We don't need them.
You're not reading anything.
Somewhere in that area.
Alright, so we slid this back up. That way we're putting epoxy on and then pulling it down. That way we're not pushing epoxy up onto the side that'll be painted. I sanded down here and for the bottom ring as well. So we're going to whip up some 30-minute epoxy. it. Oh. As soon as it hits the epoxy, it's going to slide real easy.
Probably. Finagle it in a little bit without staying where it's at.
Alright, so we just measured this out with the coupler in this upper tube because we're doing it for dual deploy. We need a little bit more wiggle room up top so we can leave enough of this coupler exposed for the fin can that we can fit longer motors in there if we wanted to, but also I don't know what I'm trying to say here. we just needed room for the coupler to slide up without the centering ring butting against it, so there'd be less coupler going into the fin section. So we're going to glue the ring 2 inches down instead of flush, as it appears in Eric's Facebook or Rocketry Forum post. He did his motor deploy, so might have got off the path a little bit there.
It's alright, we'll swish it around in there.
Yeah, that's way past the line. What was I doing? Alright, you want to flip it over? Yeah, fillet machine. Oh, that moved the ring. Just a little. Pretty even to you. Alright, on to the little transition. 1/4 and 5 1/4.
And 5 1/4.
Not 9 1/2.
Oh, you want to mark 9 1/2 too?
Yeah. Alright, so the instructions that Eric had, I think his tube was a little bit longer because the exposed length goal that he put was 3.42, which would be, what's the closest to that? That's 8/10 under a half.
7/16.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, approximately.
Something like that. So 4 and 7/16 or 3 and 7/16 is probably close enough. Yeah, 0.43. So that's what 1/100th of an inch different. I think we can live with that.
So we hit our 3.4 something.
3.436.
And with the centering ring in, and we can just
Mark it where it's actually going to go. And then we'll keep the 1/4 inch consistent down there. Although, really, we could make it flush. And then putting this guy against it, like mounting it to it, would be a lot easier.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we can just do that. It's not a big deal.
the centering ring and then slide this down onto the ring and put epoxy up here. So do like epoxy down here for the ring.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Set the ring and then
For some reason, I thought that was where this went, so
Oh.
I sanded the stuff that's exposed and not down here. So, hold on a second.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Alright.
So now you can slather it on here too, so when that goes over the top of it, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Getting a little crazy. I don't know if the camera's seeing this, but hopefully.
It should be.
Probably. Need to be way bigger scale. Try and keep that ring in place.
Yeah, so there, now you can just push the ring down into it and set it where you want. That's good because the
Kind of Dad's sanding the 38s, and I'm going to pull the glassine off the 75 because it doesn't. Yeah, I usually don't peel it down that far, but guess we're going to this time. Alright, so after a bunch of sanding, we just wanted to test fit everything before we start gluing. So we set it up flush on the rear ring, and we just want to make sure, obviously it's pretty straight, but we just want to make sure everything's nice and straight, just, you know, for due diligence. You put the 75 in there. You want to test fit all? Oh yeah, that works. M1297 and 4 J350s. So we've never done a cluster mount like this before, so what we're going to do is glue the top and bottom rings in place with those two tubes in there, so we can make sure they're lined up while we're pulling them around with 5-minute, and then we're going to make sure we have everything where we want. That middle ring is super tight and basically unmovable, so we're basically just going to run a good fillet around it, and that should be fine, because there's going to be 5 different motor tubes epoxied to it that are also anchored at these ends, so somehow that becomes a problem. I guess the angry internet commenters will be right, but
if that becomes an issue, then a whole lot of other stuff had to have failed first.
Yeah, a lot's gone wrong. It's really hard to be consistent with that little of an overhang. Does that look good to you?
Right to me.
Time to make it official. We're just kind of gonna make some marks roughly where the rings are as a reference point for when we're sticking our hands in there. And I'm just gonna mix up. You think that's too much to do just the rest of it? I don't know. It's a big tube.
Yeah, that is a lot of surface to cover.
Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, let's
pretty much halfway.
Right. The way I like to do it is like somewhere around that point.
Hold the stick out here like you're going to be. See where it goes on your arm.
About an inch from the knife tattoo.
There you go.
Alright. That look about right? Sure. Well, I hope so, because there's a lot of epoxy in here now. Yeah, there you go. Nice thick ring of epoxy up there. Alright. On to the next one.
We'll run over it somehow.
Yeah, we'll get there. I guess that means we're putting the fins on 5-minute, which is what I usually do anyway. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the motor tube assembly in first, push it past where we marked for this ring, and then we're going to put the epoxy inside the tube there, trying, you know, being careful not to get it on the fin slots, and then pull it back out. Obviously, with the Saturn V, this sits flush against the outboard motor tubes, so we got to make sure, contrary to every other time you build a rocket, you don't want anything blocking the fin slots. You actually do want something blocking the fin slots this time.
Stand up again, baby. There we go.
Make sure we got tube
On lined up, maybe a little more that way.
Just a little bit.
Slipping.
Yeah.
Might be grabbing one of the centering rings too.
I was just kind of freaking out a little bit that this doesn't sit like way flush into the fin slot there, so we took the belt sander out and we're trying to smooth them out, and then I remembered that the fiberglass fairings are going to cover all that, so it doesn't matter. So what's sick about this though is we can put the fin in, and then one of us can hold it straight, and then we can tape over that, and it's going to keep it straight while the epoxy dries. So really, to get one in, we could stand it up and have all fins drying at once. So let's do one first. Feel it out.
Yeah, because we can just push this off the table when we need to do the other side.
Oh yeah, that's
so the
true.
fins hanging over.
When my dad was sanding them earlier and you were watching, going, why is he sanding those whole things to the outboards? Boom. Full circle. I'm gonna eyeball it from the back and then I'll...
I think right there.
Delegating Shane to cut the slits on the fin fairings. Don't mess those up, please. I don't think I can get repeated. This is the not filming what we're doing. Sorry, people. There you go. The first one got a little wonky and we turned it upside down, so I wanted to get them all on because I gotta go to work, but probably shouldn't rush that. Alright. We got all the fins on. These two are very cured. These ones aren't. This one's pretty cured. This one's not even slightly.
Yeah, at least.
Alright. It's been over an hour that these have been drying. They should be fine. It's pretty light. But obviously there's only one thing left to do. And
what?
Oh. Yeah. We gotta put all these guys on. Stand it up and take a look inside the book. Iris does this too. I assembled this. It's not glued together or anything, but I did it off camera a little bit ago so we could check it out. So obviously, this is way better than putting a star on a Christmas tree. Look at it. It's so sick.
Can you see the whole thing?
It's just a giant Saturn V. Right what it says on the tin. That's what they advertised it as. Oh man. Oh, I love this thing. Alright guys, well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Rocket Vlogs. What's great about doing primarily cardboard kits, there is some fiberglass on this one, but you can build something this crazy in, what, 4 hours? Something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Is what we got into this. Obviously there's still some odds and ends we need to get to that you guys will be seeing in future videos. We got to build the electronics bay and paint it, obviously. And actually glue that tower together would be smart. For all the years I've never had a big Saturn V, and I've been upset when people take the towers off when they fly them. I feel like I can't take it off now. We have to fly with a tower. So I want to figure something out for that, or maybe we can just have Brock 3 print us one in a couple pieces that will be our flying tower, and then we can keep this one around and it'll look nicer. Yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. At 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a 4-inch AMW White Wolf kit. We're at like 92.50, so we're getting pretty close there. For those who watch but aren't subscribed, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. If you do want to pay for something though, patreon.com/rocketvlogs, or check out the Just Keep Building Rockets merch that's only available through the end of December. Use discount code JKBR for free shipping. Link is in the description, or you can just type in rocketvlogs.com. But yeah, Lock Saturn V. This thing's awesome. We gotta figure out what we're gonna fly it on, because the motor I bought for it is not quite spicy enough. But we'll see you next time.